So I'm on my way to visit my transgender mama, Coco Star. And so the last time I was over at Coco's house, I want to interview her, ask some questions that many of you might have about what it's like to be transgender, what it's like to live that life and all of that. And she is standing on the porch. Ma! She's standing on the porch right now. Wait! She's in a good mood today. She might not necessarily be in a good mood later on. I always do something to piss her off eventually. But I love her. But I can only do her in doses. And her other kids know that is the truth. I'm talking about you. Y'all met her before. It's okay. You looking beautiful as usual. No, you don't. It's Coco. So we gonna talk later, y'all. We gonna talk in a minute. Okay, y'all. So Coco just fought. She just fought me. Coco just fought me.
Don't do that.
On this video. She didn't want to give me this interview. She didn't want to give it to me.
I'm not gonna give it to you because you need to cut that part right on out.
Okay, but listen, because she's been good to me. I usually piss her off all the time. Also, this is what I want to do. You have a lot of transphobic people, and I always share the fact that I was transphobic too. You know, that's right. It's okay. You look good. So I'll share with the fact that I was transphobic at one time. And some people might say, "Well, how can you be gay and be transphobic?" But I actually was, and so Coco was the first transgender individual that, and I've known Coco for years, but Coco and I have become closer in the past, I would say like 10 years. We've become really, really close within 10 years. And so it's gotten to a point where I've been able to ask Coco anything that I wanted to ask. Like there's certain questions I've always wanted to ask. Without, you know, because you have these questions, but you don't want to offend a trans individual. But the question, the fact of the matter is there are questions that a lot of people have. So the first question I want to ask Coco, because she wanted to know like what I was gonna ask, and I was like, I don't want to tell you. So I do want to ask the question that we talked about before we shut the camera on, and I want to know. Okay, can I go?
You got the camera rolling.
Okay. So the question I asked Coco was like, have you ever been called he before? And she said no. And so I asked her, if someone did say he, would you be offended? And what did you say?
Why should I be offended? My dick and nuts swing just like yours.
Okay, I wasn't sure you was gonna say that.
Yeah,
okay.
Keep it real. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the next question I have, and I feel like if I ask this question, you might get mad and make me shut the camera off. Mm-mm. But this question I've always wanted to know. Are you Coco? Are you sure I can ask this question?
You wasting time because I do have to go to work.
Okay.
I'm a working class woman.
Okay. So when you use the restroom,
I go to the female restroom, and yes, I pull my panties down and sit on the toilet like any other female.
Okay. Every single time?
Every time.
Okay, what about like...
You witnessed it at my house. Every time.
I ain't never seen you go to the bathroom.
No, but you know that I'll be in there. You hear me let the toilet seat down when I get ready to go in there and pee.
Okay. And this is what I really, really want to share with the world, because Coco told me this story, and this is like very rare. I've never heard any trans person have this story, but I want to talk about your father. Your father was a minister, correct?
Yes, he was.
So tell me the story, or tell our people the story about the first time that you came downstairs. First time you came downstairs and what that was like. Because most people, like, they dress up in secret or they do it. And when the father finds out, it's like, get out, you fag, you fucking fag, all that stuff. So what was your experience? Because I want you to tell people that story. Because I actually posted about it some time ago, but the people that didn't see that, I want you to share that about what that was like when your father first found out. How old were you? You were 14?
14 years old.
Okay.
And came to Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
And that's the day that I came out. And I told my parents that I was gay.
Okay.
I like men. And my dad looked at me and said, okay, now tell me something I don't already know.
Okay.
Your uncle been telling me to keep an eye on you forever.
Okay.
And my mother went through the white meat syndrome, and like I told her, you know, this year you loved me, last year you loved and adored me, all my life you loved, adored, and nurtured me.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing about today is that, you know, get over it. And we were best. Me and my mother were thick as thieves.
Okay.
We were best friends.
Now, what about like the dress up part, like this, the whole being made up? Your father, because I believe it.
My family never had a problem with it.
Okay.
I moved out at an early age, graduated high school.
Okay.
For Benedictine High School, an all-boy Catholic school. Yes, I did graduate from an all-boy Catholic school.
Okay.
Then I went to college. I went to Akron University.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I gave my mom and my dad their respect, but they knew that I entertained. I did shows.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to be mindful of who you're around and what you do. And then once I came to be grown,
Okay.
I am who I am.
Okay.
I don't need anyone's approval for me to do whatever I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Like, okay, let me ask you a question. What advice would you give to someone, a young trans person that's transitioning? What's some advice you would give to someone that's younger, that's going through, maybe they still are living, you know, as a male, and they want to make the transition, and they're thinking about making that transition? What is some advice you would give, like some of the younger trans people, the people that are going through, you know, as far as the mental part, as far as the psychological part, what happens when what some advice would you give to like the younger people that are afraid, or what advice would you give to them?
Just like, I'm gonna always be me.
Okay.
Be yourself.
Okay.
I mean, ain't no need in putting on no airs trying to disguise your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You are who you are. If you're transgender, that you're living in a body that you don't want to be in, so you want to transform it to be what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you do that, because ain't no turning back once you get it done.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I love who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I love the person that I've become.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, if you don't have your family's back end, your family's love, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a lot of older friends right today that can't even go to their parents or come around their parents and be comfortable in the skin that they're in and who they are as a human being. So it's kind of hard when you don't have that family love or that family backing, or someone to say, okay, if this is what you want to do, I got your back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I not only do I have my family have my back.
Mm-hmm.
I got friends that have my back.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I love the person that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Okay,
do.
we know. And I got this question. Okay, post-op and pre-op. Okay, and for those of you that know what that is, post-op is, pre-op is, you know, when you actually have your genitalia, your original genitalia, and then post-op is after you have the surgery done. Can I ask? Oh, we already discussed it earlier in the video.
No,
have you ever decided? Have you ever wanted to actually have the complete surgery?
Never.
Never.
And you want to know why? I don't even want to know why.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
One of my biggest supporters, so I miss my nanny.
Mm-hmm.
But my grandmother, before she died,
mm-hmm.
she was supposed to have her leg amputated.
Okay.
And she said, I promise you, if you can promise me everything God sent me here with, I'm leaving with. And I've made a promise to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing by it, because she left here with her legs.
Okay.
She refused to have her leg amputated.
Okay. Okay.
So, therefore, everything God blessed me with, and I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I could see if I wasn't happy with what's going on with my body or my transformation or the person that I am or the person that I'm going to become, I'll never have a sex change. I don't want one. I don't want to go through the agony.
Okay.
And it's a lot of agony, and I just don't have time for it. You know, I could find better things to do with my money than to sit up and what's the point in being who I am, and then the person that I'm with loves me unconditionally. And you know, and my thing is, if the guy that I'm with wanted to be with a woman, he'd be with one.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let me ask this question. I think this is a question that I've always wanted to know. Okay, the whole like hormones and taking hormones and all of that. Do you take hormones?
Never.
I've kind of felt that. I felt that. Okay.
Never. It's a lot of pros and cons behind the hormones. You got a lot of bodily functions that can shut down just from taking one hormone. So what would be the purpose of me injuring myself to try to be something that I'm not?
Okay.
You know, I've never been a person to wear padded bras or false breasts because I was born with a disease called gynecomastia. That's female breast.
Okay.
So I've never had to go through the drama. I was in elementary school with breasts. So,
okay.
You know, I was a kid with breasts, so I never had to do all the different things that a lot of the transsexuals have to go through.
Okay.
Ooh, God, I look kind of cute this morning.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm gonna add because I
look up. I'm like, oh my God!
When you said no hormones, I was like, I'm looking at titties right now, but so it's like it's the gynecomastia.
Natural collarbone. No Adam's apple, and for years my mother said, you know, you should have been a girl. Said, because you just don't have too many male features. But I'm cool with who I am. I love me. I'm gonna continue to tell you I love me because I do.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, I did. If it's anything that I've ever wanted to do, I've done. And if I leave this earth tomorrow, guess what? I had fun doing it. I had a ball doing it, whether if it was good or bad. I enjoyed doing it because if I didn't enjoy doing it, I never should have done it.
And this is the other thing I want to share with y'all about Coco. The thing that really bonds Coco and I together is that we both are actors and actresses. Well, they actually politically correctly they call and I kind of like it too. They're starting to not say like actor and actresses. They're starting to say like actor. So actor usually like, and I like that usually is for like every male or female. So musical theater is the thing that like Coco that really cemented Coco's bond. Our bond is the love of musical theater, but also performing. So Coco has performed and around the Greater Cleveland has done, you know, some shows. Coco has done what? You've done Ragtime. What's some other show? Ragtime. What other shows have you done?
I've did Mary Poppins.
Okay.
I did. Oh my God! There was so many. Oh,
I'll tell.
Oh.
You know your resume.
You know my resume too. I haven't did theater in over a year, so it's like when they come, they come. Then when they go, they go. But I did like 5 out of the Near West Theater. And I did like 4 out of the Beck Center. Okay. And there's one. What are some of the misconceptions that people make that you think about trans folks? What are some of the biggest what are some like cliches or some like misconceptions that people make a lot of times that you're like, oh my God, this is like transgenders or trans people sleep around.
Okay.
Let me drive down the street. I bet you I see her walking down the street. They think all the girls, all they do is walk the street. Where I work a regular job every day. I work a job every day. I grind. And not to cut Coco off, my auntie, which is Coco's roommate, Indigo Diamond. Indigo she's a nurse, right? Exactly.
I used to when I used to come over here at their other house, Indigo would come over and we would just it wouldn't be a house full of people. We would just kind of be people over and we'd be watching TV, relaxing, and Indigo would come in and sit at the dining room table and study. She would come and she would study every single day. And that blew my mind because people have this idea, like you said, that that's just all they do is they walk the streets. But like there are trans people that actually like.
Well, she just actually got her certificate as a licensed mixologist.
Okay.
She was, I didn't know what she was doing. She was upstairs online learning to be a bartender, and she's a licensed mixologist as of 2 weeks ago. Okay. So she's constantly in school, and she's talking about going back to do something else. So, you know, she's that educated bitch. I'm that bitch that just likes to work a regular job.
Well, no, but not that just, but you are actually exceptionally brilliant. Like I said, Coco and I, when we sit and we have these really intellectual conversations. We really do. Like we just, it's like iron sharpening iron. Every now and then she will try to, I try not to disagree with Coco too much because you can't disagree with Coco too much because if you disagree, we'll look at her face. If you disagree with Coco too much, she takes it as a threat. Like, I had to fight for this interview, y'all. I had to fight for it. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to let go. That's how she feels. And then she finally said, turn the camera on, get your interview. And I said, well, let me come on. Let me get it now. Let me get it before.
Yeah, look at me. I look a mess.
You don't.
Oh my God.
This is the way I want to do. I wanted to. But the thing about it is I wanted people, I'll be honest, to see you how I see you. This thing about Coco that always has blown my mind about Coco. We'll go outside, we'll walk to the store, and the entire neighborhood knows who Coco is. And it's like whether they're straight or gay, the children, the little babies, hi Coco, they all know Coco. And what I love about Coco's functions, whenever she throws a party, and whenever Indigo's family and Coco's family come together, it's just not trans and gay people, it's straight people, it's trans people, it's children, it's family. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to Coco and Indigo, because and again, like I said, I've had to step outside of my own concept of what trans people were like. My own phobias about what that was like. Because like I said, Coco is just like someone that over time, I've just really gotten over my ideas and my conceptions as to what trans people are, who they are, and it's and now it's just Coco, it's just Coco. And we just come over here and we get up in the bed. We watch the haves and have-nots. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? If Loving You Is Wrong, that's your other. It's
coming back on next month.
It's coming back on next month.
Yeah.
We just come over here. Just like I said, this is just sort of like she has so many kids. I mean, her home is just a refuge for so many people. They come over, they spend the night, they ended up not leaving, you know what I'm saying, for months at a time. And this house has always been an open house for people to come and get their restoration and get their lives together. And
it's a safe haven.
It is. I've noticed about a lot of gay people and trans people, there's always a spiritual, mystical quality about gay people and trans people. It's like a knowing. It's like not a sixth sense, but like a seventh sense. It's almost like it's a knowing. And Coco is connected to the universe on a very intense level. So she goes to Eagle Wing faithfully. She goes to church. She loves the Lord. She fellowships. She's just not out here just kind of just doing whatever, being whatever, but she very much is connected to the Lord and who that is. And she definitely knows who that is. And so there's always been an all-knowing things. It's a wisdom. And I've just noticed that with a lot of gay people and a lot of trans people is that there's a wisdom or like a knowing that we have that goes beyond that of the average heterosexual, so to speak. But yeah, like I said, I'm just wanted to answer some questions. So I wasn't going to do a video. Like I said, I was telling Coco, she was like, I don't want to go through what we just went through for this video.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was like a moment. It was like I was walking down the street and I was
but you always catching me when I look terrible.
But it's not. But the thing about it,
I gotta go to work, so I'm not going to get made.
But the thing about it is, all the people that love you and that know you, we see you like this. This is how we see you. When you go to the store, you go to the store like this. You don't get all beaten, made up when you go to the store. I mean, so the thing about it is we love you and accept you. That's why we love Coco. I mean, that's beside the point. But I get it. I understand that. You're a woman. You want to be. I'm saying, that's what y'all go through. But I want the world to see you how I see you. And so, I don't. Not a mess, but I see you more out of makeup than I do with. So, this other thing I want to ask you. The difference between a drag queen and a transgender individual. What's the difference between a drag queen, drag and transgender? Because they're trans. Okay, go ahead. Answer the question.
You got drag queens.
Okay.
It's more to it than just drag queen.
Okay.
You got drag queens.
Mm-hmm.
Drag queens are basically they're streetwalkers.
Okay. Are they all streetwalkers?
Not all.
Okay.
Some of them do it just to have fun.
Okay.
And then you have transvestites.
Now, what is a transvestite?
A transvestite is basically a straight man that likes to wear women clothes and pick up women.
Okay. Pick up women?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you have your transsexuals.
Okay.
Transsexuals is someone that's trying to go through the change of life, but then most of them are still streetwalkers.
Okay. Okay.
They're still men in dresses.
Okay. Okay.
And then you get
Now, what about trans people that do drag? Because you do drag, right?
The entertainment part of the drag.
Okay.
You
okay. I'm talking about the entertainment.
I'm a drag queen when I put on all the extra makeup.
Okay. Okay. You educate me. I should know this.
When you put on all that extra to get on stage, that's a drag queen. To me, that's what I perceive a drag queen to be.
Okay.
A girl that gets on stage and handle her business.
Okay.
It's about their money.
Okay.
But then you got some drag queens that just do exactly what they drag up and down the street to try to make $1. Not good.
Have you ever known two trans women who were together as a couple?
I know several trans women that are together right today.
Really?
Yes, a couple of them in Atlanta and a couple in Chicago. Yeah.
Is that something that not you accept, but do you look at that and think that that's strange?
No.
Okay.
Because everybody needs some love. Everybody needs to be loved. No, I don't have no problems with that. We had a couple of the girls here that used to do it back in the day, and some now right today. And I don't look at them any differently, because at the end of the day, when all that makeup strip off, you're still men, you're still boys. I don't give a hell how pretty of a transsexual you are, or how pretty of a queen you are. At the end of the day, when you take your clothes off and get in the shower, take a shower, you got to wash a male genitalia like the rest of the dudes. So don't stop playing. I keep it 100% real. Okay. Because I swing like the rest of them. I ain't gonna even lie.
Okay.
I don't even bite my tongue on that, dude. When I go in and take a shower and take off my tug strap, I have to wash my penis like every other dude does. Now, I'm going to keep it 100% real. I don't bite my tongue. Now, you know that. You want this interview, I'm giving it to you.
Okay, so a tuck strap. So I've never heard that before. It's a tuck strap?
You is really going
I swear to God, these are questions that I want to, these are questions that, because Coco, this like my trans mama, like I love Coco for Coco, so I don't like, but these are questions I always want. I did not know there's a tuck strap.
Yes, it's a tuck strap.
Okay.
It's made out of a pants leg and a pair of the band from around pantyhose. Yeah.
So something you make.
Yeah. Most people call it a gaff. I call it a tuck strap, because it's a strap that you tuck in your nuts in your stomach and your penis between your ass cheeks. That's exactly what you do with it.
Now, do you tuck? You only tuck when you leave the house, or do you just swing? Do you swing it?
No, sometimes I don't have to wear one, because I put on my little tight girdle and do it that way. Okay,
where can I see it? No. Okay, I was gonna ask. Okay, I mean not that, but I want to say okay. And so okay. Now, is the tuck strap, is that uncomfortable?
At first, and then after you adjust it a few times, you get comfortable with it.
So does the penis curve down? Do you curve it down, or do you curve it?
No, you tuck in your testicles up in your stomach, and then you pull in your penis between your butt cheeks.
Okay.
And then you put the strap on to hold it up there, so that way you don't have to keep trying to adjust yourself.
Okay. I did not know this stuff. This is there are people that want to know this, Coco. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm giving it. So keep it going.
Okay. So like men. I know this for a fact, but there are some trans women that I know this for a fact. I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of these trans women, people think that they're the ones getting fucked. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm just going to try to keep it clean. But a lot of these trans women are fucking the dudes. Okay. Have you as a trans woman, I'm just going to say, have you fucked a dude as a trans woman?
Well, I'm currently in a relationship, so hell, it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Is that something that you enjoy?
No.
You don't like doing it?
Not at all.
But they ask you to do it, you will?
It depends on how I feel about the person.
About the person?
Just to be doing it just because, okay, this guy's cute and he's fine and all that. I've had that approach of, what, I ain't cute enough. Yo, you cute as hell, but you just ain't my cup of tea. You're not my cup of noodles. I'm happy. I'm cool. Deuces.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know any trans men?
Yes.
Okay.
I know several.
Okay. Why do you think that we hear more about trans women than we hear about trans men? Because trans men are up and coming. It's a lot.
It's running rampant.
It is running.
It's running very rampant.
Why do you think that? Why is that just now becoming, like, why is that something that we're just, because I don't know any, I've not heard about any trans men from like the 70s?
I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I was fooled once by a trans man.
Okay.
And when he was actually competing in a trans man contest.
Okay.
And I was like, why did they get this dude
Mm-hmm.
in this contest with his fine motherfucking ass?
Mm.
And everybody just kept laughing. I said, I'm going up here and talk to this motherfucker because he's gorgeous. Excuse my French, y'all, because I do cuss. I got a potty mouth.
We know.
I came from a long line of cussers.
We know. Okay.
Okay, just I come from a long line of cussers.
Okay.
And I approached them, and they even had to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say the name, a lot of people might know who it is.
Okay.
I'm going to say the name. Mm-hmm. And I still love this trans man right today. And he goes by the name of Teddy Michael.
Okay.
I thought that was the most handsomest man I had ever laid my eyes on. And come to find out it was a trans man.
Wow. Okay, Coco. So listen, I think for now, like, so we might do a part 2, just depending on, you know what I'm saying? I think that, you know what I'm saying, we might do a part 2. Because we've been talking for a minute, but for now, I'm going to let y'all go. I want to thank you, Coco. Like I said, but we're going to have more. Like I said, this might be a series if we get the feedback that I really, really want, because like I said, there are people that need to be educated. And like I said, myself, there's still things that I don't, know or understand. There are still questions that I have. But like I said, when I come to the Cocos, we don't make it about her being transgender or me want to know, you know what I'm saying? It's just like us just kind of chilling. So these questions are questions that I could ask. I didn't have the camera on, but I really want to know these things. I know some of you all who might have, been transphobic like I, was at one time. What do you think?
I could never tell that you were transphobic. I really couldn't, but I'm glad that you shared that.
But there are lots of gay people that are transphobic. There are gay people that are transphobic. That doesn't make sense, but it's like very, very true.
But you explained that it was a state of confusion for you because you never encountered someone like me. You knew who I was. We knew who each other.
See each other at the club all the time.
Speaking in passing, give each other smooches and keep moving. But then the day that we actually walked together to the store.
I remember.
You held my hand the whole time, and I'm like, "Is he transphobic? How?" I never understood how until you broke it down and told me, and I respect that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. I'm about to really, really be transparent right now. I think that for me, I was always, and the people that knew me, that grew up with me, I was a very feminine boy. I'm still feminine. I'm much more like I know
masculine, feminine, and that's fine.
Yeah. But when I was younger, I was really, 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 really feminine. So I think that what ends up happening is when you are discriminated against, I wasn't as comfortable. I'm just now getting comfortable with myself, just now. But I just think for a long time I was not. And so if you are not comfortable with yourself, I'm just gonna say, and this goes beyond sexuality. If you're not really comfortable with yourself, you will see something that's what you think is different and say, okay, that's a threat. That's a threat to me. So really, like I said, had more to do with me. It was almost like it takes my brother Greg, to really, really explain. It's about how you'll see someone gay and it's like a flashlight on you, or a trans person. It's like a flashlight. It's like a flashlight on you. It's like, oh, this is like. Does that make sense? So it's like,
yeah, you made sense, but at the same time, Devon, you've been through my struggle partially with me when I was going through my drug abuse. I was an alcoholic, and thank you God for allowing me to be better myself and don't do those things no more. I don't smoke weed no more. I smoke my weed, and I ain't gonna lie about that.
Okay.
I don't smoke crack. I don't snort coke. I don't do any substance that's going to harm me in no shape, form, or fashion. God has allowed me for 9 months not to smoke a cigarette, and I'm thankful.
And I remember because I used to be over here smoking her cigarettes up.
I'm grateful.
Okay.
It's been quite a few years, and I don't even think about it. I don't want it, and I overcame all that myself. I know meetings, no rehab, none of that. And God, you did that, you know, and I'm very, very thankful and I'm very grateful. But one thing, certain two things for sure, as far as my lifestyle is concerned and things that I've done, I've never been ashamed of it. That's why I'm able to speak today on it. Maybe my journey and my story can help somebody else to overcome whatever obstacles that they have come across. You know, so I feel like, you know, if you're going to judge me because of my past, have at it. Have at it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to be me. Whether if you like me, whether if you don't, I'm going to be me. You know, I am who I am. I'm my own special creation. I beat my own drum and don't ask nobody for a standing ovation. Because life ain't worth a damn. So you can shout out, I am who I am. And guess what? I am who I am, baby. Trust me. And I'm not going to change.
And on that note, thank you, Coco. I love you.
Anytime.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for giving me that interview. There are things I want to know that you share with me, and like that, you put your teeth. When did you put your teeth? When did you put your teeth in?